Yo, dude, what's up?
What's up?
So Turkey Day, Hump Day, um,
TGIF.
TGIF. How would you characterize those terms? What do those do for you?
I'm trying to be measured here, but the Sicilian in me, that those make me crazy. When I see somebody, the Monday after Thanksgiving, and they say,
How was your
your
Turkey Day?
I want to inflict bodily harm, and
Just
I'm
as
sure
long,
it's meant to be, sweet and all, but don't
yeah,
please.
just as long as you don't hit them then with a gobble gobble.
Well, that's
Also,
the other thing. You'll see that often as well. It makes me
so
makes me crazy.
so my version of that is when I say, "Hey, man, what's happening?" and they say, "Brace yourself, living the
Living
dream."
the dream. Yeah.
I just want to take that dude's head off. I mean, it's not funny. It's not cool. Like all sarcastic, living the dream, Timmy. Like, you know what? All right. So I'm about to drop a new one of these on us, but guess what? We're now dealing with this really awful term called new normal, and I'm the new normal for me. And I brought some new normal for me is I'm getting back to basics with some things that I've not really embraced in a long time. So being locked in my time capsule office here out at my beach house means I've also discovered my old vinyl. So what I thought I'd do here is I just grabbed a stack. I just reached in.
I like it.
I grabbed the stack, and we're in a pretty good place here because I grabbed.
Are they in alphabetical order?
Yeah, they're alphabetical. They've gotten a little bit. I need to do some filing maybe this weekend. But I pulled like a piece of the L's into M's, which I think is pretty prime for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna just tell you what I want you to give me. There's 3, 5, 8. There's 11 vinyl albums here.
Give me
give me a number, and I'll count in the middle, and that's what I'm going to pull out. Give me a number 1 to 11.
Give me number 7, please.
Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, this is embarrassing. So you just passed. Number 6 was Skinner's "One More for the Road."
Wow, which is an incredible double album. One of my favorites.
One more from the road. 4 is crossed out. So number 7, this is just embarrassing. Loverboy Live.
Can I tell you something? That is embarrassing.
Dude.
That is beyond. Loverboy Live?
Loverboy Live. Yeah,
Why?
this is live from Dayton, Ohio, no less. This is I clearly got this. This is like with the like a generic. It's almost like a bootleg, which they had back in vinyl back in the day. But I mean, it's really a catastrophe that of 11 albums, you could have picked Zeppelin. You could have picked. I started the last one of my Zeppelin collection. Zeppelin 2. We got into Little Feat. We ended with Marshall Tucker. And look at this.
I think I see Mamas and the Papas there.
Now you see Madness.
Oh, Madness.
Hold on a second. You're going to hate me for this. You hate me that I have one Madness. Why do I have 2 Madness?
I don't even know what Madness is. I got to tell you, out of the 11 albums, 3 of them are now just,
you're going to hate me for this one too.
28% has been awful.
Well, you have to look, dude, I've got Marshall Tucker, like 3 Little Feat albums. I've got some Skinner. I just happen to also have Madonna's Like a Virgin.
Oh my God.
So,
but
I listen to everything, man. So, the new normal for me is not only am I embracing old tunes, I'm embracing vinyl. I'm embracing the fact that there are things I want to go back to, and there are things I won't go back to. And let's talk about Starbucks because for $3, $3.25 for my venti, and the Starbucks near me out here only just opened 2 weeks ago. And you're gonna hate me for this. I'm not ordering soy. We already had that exchange. I'm not ordering a soy this or almond milk but I do like the half calf. And it's impossible because I get too charged up on a full venti of caffeine. It's too much octane for me. So I need the half calf, but the app doesn't let me do it. I want to walk into that store and give my order because the app doesn't let me do it. So I'm looking
Right.
forward to Starbucks. I think there are businesses that, frankly, we will learn to live without. It's one of the things we talked about on the show. But, Starbucks going into this crisis was a very expensive stock. And somewhere kind of late fall at it peaked, and they had some very strong U.S. same sales stores numbers, and their China growth put them up near $100 on the stock and roughly 33 times earnings. This stock now, to me, is kind of interesting. It's been meandering since it rallied back off of the China reopening. We got some sense that they were starting to begin the process here. I like Starbucks around 28 times, and I actually think that this is one of those luxuries I can't wait to get back to. What's up there for you?
And I'm sure there are a lot of people that feel that way. I mean, if I never walk into another Starbucks, I'm not going to miss it. Listen, I'm in a minority there without question, so I totally get that.
Do you even drink coffee? What do you do? Like, that's one of those weird things about you. I've never seen you even drink a cup of coffee and settle in. What's up with that?
So it's funny, you say the caffeine bothers you. This is the absolute truth. I could drink coffee in bed and be asleep within 30 seconds of finishing the cup. I don't even know what the caffeine,
Wow.
It doesn't have any effect on me. I'll have a cup of coffee or two in the morning. Sometimes I'll have coffee at night, but with that said, I do think you're right. In terms of the valuation, at least it's more reasonable than it was. And I do think there are going to be people like you that flock back to the place like they've never left. Plus, it's become a bit of a technology company, as you would probably agree. So there are a lot of things in their favor without question. I do think the wild card is, these U.S.-China relations that the rhetoric to me is just continuing being amped up. And I think it was amped up today in that Rose Garden, whatever you call it, news statement, press conference, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a return of service we talked about on the show tonight by the Chinese. And, a name like Starbucks potentially could be in the crosshairs there. So we will see. So I think if you accept that risk, I think at this valuation, Starbucks probably does make sense.
Let's go out on maybe this concept too, because talking really big picture, a stock that a lot of people basically that's all they're following. It's kind of your mass market. So let's talk about Apple. I mean, Apple to me is of the mega cap tech companies, it's the most exposed. And if you think about what have been negative headwinds and actually catalyst to seeing major drawdowns in Apple shares have been China and the outlook on emerging markets. When Tim Cook got out there, about a year and a half ago, that was what took the stock into. And again, this was kind of hangover from the early days of the trade war. Remember, trade war, we really got out of the gates in kind of March of 2018. So when you think about where then Apple had to kind of react and kind of see where they were, and there was some rhetoric, and Apple was losing market share in China. Apple, to me, is a stock that I think we need to watch as a barometer for the overall relationship, because China knows very well. Tim Cook has I think, played his hand with the Chinese government very well, where he's balanced, again, this freedom of speech and the value set that is the culture at Apple. And I think, not necessarily giving ground, but giving some ground and being able to run their business out there and understanding that they are visitors in China.
If the Chinese want to fire back some salvo, to your point, I mean, anything they do to Apple in a negative way would be a huge statement. And what it does to the supply chain and what it does to the stock. And I think you're right. Tim Cook has walked a very fine line. And I think clearly our administration understands the importance of Apple. But, if the Chinese really want to start playing ball here, I mean, they could absolutely fire that metaphoric missile.
All right. So speaking of walking a fine line, or just walking the line, any Johnny Cash in your collection?
On my Spotify playlist, I probably have 2 or 3 Johnny Cash songs. Yes.
What if I want to find your Spotify playlist? Where am I going?
You know what? I thought it was under my name, but I think it might be under my wife's. So you might have to look under, and I don't want to give away any secrets here. She might not want people following her on Spotify, but I have over 600 songs, and I would put them up against anybody's Spotify playlist. And maybe if I have the proper amount of time, I could somehow list those songs for the viewing public.
You know what? I'm not sure we're ready to hear Karen Carpenter, Mamas and the Papas, and who's your other one? And Baby Come Back.
Right. I mean, yes. No doubt.
So on that, Baby Come Back. We'll see you on Monday. All right. Let's get
I'll be back on Monday. Have a good weekend.
Bye.